What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Motion Monday. You guessed it, this week we're going to be talking summer jig fishing. When, where, how? Let's get it done. Let's jump right into it. So we had the spawn. Where do the fish want to go? They were in those shallow flats. Where do they move to? They use those channel banks and move towards that deeper water, whether that be a point, a hump, any type of ledge. Those are all going to be key areas to focus in on, and if you can find bait around those, that makes those spots even better. The best points, ledges, humps are the ones that have isolated pieces of cover on them that those big, larger size fish use. So whether that be a brush pile, a stake bed, a big rock pile, those are all types of things to scan and look for. Even if you're not seeing fish on your graph, look for that structure on your lake and go ahead and fish it anyways. They might be tucked to those rocks, so you might just be surprised when you pull up to an area. When it comes to how to fish that jig, there's a couple different presentations that you can do. If it's a big beefy football jig looking for those larger fish, you can drag that along the bottom with the pauses in between, or this time of the year you can really get aggressive with that jig. You can start really stroking it off the bottom to where that jig comes up and falls back down. A lot of times that can create a reaction style bite to get those fish to react to your bait. If you don't want to fish deep and aren't comfortable doing that, you don't have to. There are a population of fish that stay shallow, but go very shallow. It seems like the hotter the weather is, the shallower those fish get. You're looking for shade lines and those isolated pieces of cover. Again, a big laydown, a big rock, isolated dock, dock poles, something that's going to be able to hold those fish and create shade and an ambush point for them. A way to go after those shallow fish, a brush jig is a very good way. Black and blue, because most of the time you're going to be in some dirtier water after that. That's a great way to go get them. Moving back out towards those deep fish, you can really target them by creating that bigger profile bait. Really pay attention on your graph and look for that thermocline. The fish aren't going to be any deeper than that thermocline because the oxygen levels just aren't going to support them. For you pond anglers, start to make those long casts out into the middle of the pond. Those fish probably moved from the corners down to those deeper sections, so you can really look for that. Another way you can target these offshore fish is if you have grass in your lake, utilizing a deeper, heavier swim jig, really getting that down to those deeper grass lines. Try burning it. If you have a very high pressure lake or a high pressure day full of a bunch of anglers, you can also downsize your presentation more to a finesse jig, something along those lines, to target those bass as well. So take these three jigs, a big football jig, finesse jig, brush jig, and go to where you're confident, whether that be deep or whether that be shallow. Start with your confidence areas and hunt those fish down. The jig is a great way to do that all year long, especially in the summer. Guys, please share this video, help us reach more anglers. Drop us a comment on your favorite way to catch them, whether that's deep or shallow, and please like this video. We really appreciate your support. Well, thank you. We'll see you next week for Motion Monday.